that the bill to give effect to the financial proposals of central government for the financial year 26-27 be taken into consideration. The amendments printed on the separate list to be moved, government amendments uploaded on 24/3/2026. Can I?
Yes, please. Please carry on.
So thank you very much. I take this opportunity to reply on the debate which has been held on the finance bill itself. So nation building is a continuous process and it doesn't happen overnight. Every budget, every finance bill that we've come up with is a step towards the ultimate goal, and that is attaining Budjet Bharat by 2047 and fulfilling the aspirations of 140 crore Indian citizens. So, in this quarter of the 21st century, sir, India is moving from India is actually moving forward with reform not out of compulsion, which is what has happened earlier. Reform is not happening out of compulsion, but out of conviction, with clarity, confidence, and commitment. India is riding on the reform express under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, and this finance bill of 2026-27 therefore rests on 5 clear principles, sir. First one is there is a trust-based tax administration that is being improved upon. Actually, we are reducing unnecessary hardship for honest taxpayers. You can see various aspects of it in my response to various questions and clarifications sought by members. I will elaborate on it. Second, sir, the ease of living for common citizens. I was worried that some of our honorable members have started mocking ease of living and ease of doing business. It is important that we continue on that process. Every citizen should feel that this country doesn't really make it difficult for him by doing compliances, by seeking permits, by seeking quota, by seeking licenses for legitimate businesses. I thought it was from 1991 that all of us kept saying India has to become a lot more easy to live, a lot more easy to govern. So it was astonishing for me to hear some members talk about ease of living and ease of doing business as not so significant, not so important. I think it is important that we go on that route and make India a lot more easy to live. Third, sir.
हनुमान बेनीवाल जी आप बैठिएगा. बेनीवाल जी आप बैठिएगा.
Third principle, sir, we are empowering the MSMEs, farmers and cooperatives, because MSMEs, farmers and cooperatives are at the heart of creation of employment, for production and for overall development of India. So this finance bill supports them with very many measures that improve liquidity but also reduce the compliance burden and give them the opportunity to have greater contribution made towards first their cooperatives and then the larger economy. Fourth, sir, making India a stronger global business hub. And that is why we've brought in clarity in very many provisions, taxation-related provisions, and I would elaborate on it. It supports key sectors such as digital infrastructure, electronics manufacturing, marine products, leather, critical minerals, nuclear energy, and so on, all of which are critical for India to speed up towards Budjet Bharat. And the fifth one, sir, the final, is to become seamless trade facilitation move and bring in customs reform. So very many provisions have been altered in order that we are able to provide greater trade facilitation. So with these just opening few words on the finance bill itself, I will now, by responding to honourable members, be able to elaborate on some of the features that are in the finance bill. Sir, to begin with, we had the Indian National Congress's member, Dr. Amar Singh, who I respect a lot because he's a trained economist who was heading Planning Commission in Punjab, who contributes to the debates in this House. But this time I feel he did not speak as an economist. He spoke more like a politician who's wanting to take a pot shot at the ruling party. I wish he had contributed to the debate with his wisdom, with his exposure to the field of economics. Whereas what he said astonished me. It can't come from him, but he said it, and therefore I have to respond. Sir, I'm just summarizing. He said, nothing is there for the middle class. You've done everything for big businesses. What an irony. I thought this finance bill has so much more for the middle class. If only I list out a few. I hope Dr. Amar Singh will concede that he was on a completely wrong track. Budget, sir, has slashed, this finance bill has slashed the TCS rate for pursuing education and medical purposes under the liberalized remittance scheme, the LRS as it is popularly known. It used to be at 5%. We brought it down to 2% so that people who send money abroad for their children, middle class which borrows money to send their children abroad, will have lesser TCS to pay. Similarly, TCS on overseas tour packages, where people go on trips in a group, families together and so on. We used to have a TCS of 20%. Now that's been brought down to 2%. Are the large corporates going on these kind of group trips? No, ordinary middle-class families go. So that is one thing I want to draw his attention to. Second, completely we have exempted the basic customs duty on 17 critical life-saving drugs and medicines. Is this not going to benefit small families, ordinary citizens whose elder or family member is admitted in hospital and who have to buy these expensive medicines? We've brought down the basic customs duty to complete zero, exempted them from basic customs duty. Furthermore, duty-free personal imports of medicines, where your children are abroad, they are sending it for your upkeep, for your medicines. And food and special medical purposes food items, which come for people who are undergoing severe treatments, have all been extended to 7 additional rare diseases also. They have also been given duty-free personal imports. That, of course, will help middle class. Any interest, similarly, on the Motor Accident Claims Tribunal awards, any interest awarded by the Motor Accident Claims Tribunal, for instance, when it becomes delayed and the family of the accident victims are waiting for the payment, and when the payment comes, the interest is awarded by the tribunal, there was interest, there was a tax on it, that has also been completely removed. It is completely exempt. Is that not going to help people who are waiting for the insurance amount to be given back to the families of the affected party? We are proposing also to allow taxpayers to update their returns even after reassessment proceedings have been initiated. Normally, after it is initiated, you're not allowed to correct your returns. We have allowed that, and at an additional 10% tax rate over and above the rate applicable for the relevant year. So the assessing officer will then use this updated returns for further proceedings. It makes life easier for the taxpayer. So young professionals, students, and relocated NRIs often make inadvertent mistakes or errors in the budget, in their assessment when they file it. A one-time 6-month foreign assets disclosure of small taxpayer scheme has been brought in, whereby this small taxpayer can declare small overseas assets which are left undeclared till then, or even income up to 1 crore of rupees, if it has been left without disclosure, and up to 5 crore of previously taxed but undeclared assets are now without any prosecutions to be faced. They can just declare and do the due process. There will be no prosecution after them. This will bring in great relief for small taxpayers who by chance, didn't know, inadvertently missed out on declaring amounts which are left in accounts abroad. Senior citizens and small savers will also benefit from a new single window system allowing depositories to accept Form 15G and 15H directly and distribute them to relevant companies, ending the hassle of submitted multiple physical forms of personal forms to avoid TDS or dividends. So instead of the tax assessee paying it to so many different agencies, the depositories can do on behalf of the taxpayers, particularly the senior citizens, and therefore this will be a relief. So very important, which will affect all passengers, all relatives, families, friends, even honorable members who go abroad and come back. We are rationalizing the passenger allowances, rationalization in tariffs on gifts and also on personal imports, and simplification of personal effects. This reduces disputes at the airports. I normally receive a huge lot of day-to-day complaints of, I'm held back in Delhi airport, the customs official is not letting me go, I'm saying this is mine, they are saying no, this is new. All these disputes will be now over. We are increasing, in fact, rationalize it completely on every item that you can bring, and if you want, you take it back, if you want, you leave it. So the passengers now will have far less to worry about when they land in India. Then finally, sir, digitization of temporary imports and exports of valuables, including jewelry and professional equipments, bringing in cameras, going out with cameras, simplifies travel for individuals attending overseas events, medical procedures, and also on personal visits. So if this is the set of relief that we are offering, these are aimed at offering for the middle class, for the passengers, ordinary citizens. It is not for those big travelers or high net worth individuals. Sir, similarly for MSMEs, sir, we have taken there are two principles which I would want to put up front. For dealing with MSMEs, we take this approach, penalize first, don't take them to criminal courts or whatever, just whatever you penalize them, relieve them of what they actually we are moving away from penalizing first and giving them the relief, And then later, one more thing I would like to say is we are facilitating first, enforcing later, if necessary, that is. So that way we are taking an approach which is friendly for MSMEs. Penalties for technical defaults, like failing to get accounts audited, have been converted into predictable fixed fees. So there's no uncertainty MSMEs will have to face. So similarly, rule-based automated process for small taxpayers have been brought in to obtain a lower or nil deduction certificate online itself. So there are very many more which I can list out, but the fact is individuals or MSMEs have been given more facilitated treatment. So for strengthening agriculture, fisheries and the cooperatives, there are several measures in this finance bill. Primary cooperative societies, sir, enjoy deduction for supplying milk, fruits and vegetables to their federal cooperatives. This budget or this finance bill also expands that deduction to include cooperatives supplying cattle feed and also cotton seed, recognizing the integrated nature of rural value addition. To build stronger cooperatives, and particularly cooperative federations, inter-cooperative society dividend income has been made tax deductible. So, under the new tax regime, provided it is further distributed to members. So, if the federal cooperative is going to pass the dividend further down to its members, under the new tax regime, this treatment will be offered. Furthermore, a 3-year tax exemption has been granted to dividend income received by notified National Cooperative Federation. All this is going to help small members in the cooperative societies. And similar treatment is being given by Indian fishing vessels in the exclusive economic zone or on the high seas. They will now be completely free of customs duty. So we want to facilitate first and enforce the law, if necessary, much later. That will simplify lives for cooperatives, fishermen, individuals, and so on. Sir, on the cesses and surcharges, sir, every session we have this question of why should cesses be collected, why should surcharges be collected, and because it remains outside of the divisible pool, it's not doing justice to the states. So the constitution makers knew what they are doing, and we all pay respects to them. There is a provision for levying cesses and surcharges which is given to the central government. We are using a provision which is legitimately provided by the central government. Now add that also into the divisible pool. No, there is a provision for us to use it, we will use it. Just as there are several provisions given to the states to levy tax on certain items which has nothing to do with the divisible pool. Do we question that? No. And therefore, repeated allegation that you're collecting cesses and surcharges, it should actually be going, oh, sorry. Please read the Constitution again. We are allowed to do it, and we are doing a legitimate thing. But having received it, having collected it, are we not spending it only on the states, providing hospitals, schools, and laying the roads? In fact, I have said this every time, I'm saying it now, again, more than what is collected as cesses and surcharge is what we spend under schemes to the states. I'll just go reading the numbers, and I hope the members will understand those collected cesses and surcharges are not lying with us, it's actually going to the states. Sir, Samagra Shiksha midday meal scheme, implemented through state governments, financed through the health and education cess. National Food Security Act, center bears the bulk of the cost, states distribute. National Health Mission, even in the recent supplementary demand for grants, which is passed in this House only a few days ago, 11,627 crores was transferred to PM Swasthya Swaraksha Nidhi to meet NHM expenditure. So, resources from many cesses are 100% transferred to states. In fact, if it was part of the divisible pool, they would only get 41% of it. So I want to underline the fact that they are getting, in fact, 105% utilization has happened. We spend more than what we collect. Example, in the last 6-year period, 2019 se lekar 2024-25, the cumulative utilization of cesses has exceeded the collection. Kitna collect hua, kitna unko beja gaya. 15.14 lakh crores pe collected. Kitna beja gaya? 15.97 lakh crores have been sent to the states under various schemes. So more than what is collected under cesses and surcharges is being spent, and I think repeatedly raising doubts about you put it in the divisible pool, not realizing not 100% will reach you, only 41 will reach you, is just making a lot of noise without understanding the details. Similarly, sir, health and education cess. 74,000 crores extra has been spent over and above what has been collected under cesses and education and health cess. What was collected, sir? 7.03 lakh crore was collected, and that is between 2014-15 to 26-27. Against this, the total utilization stands at 7.77 lakh crore, 7.3003, almost just 7, is gone up to 7.77 lakh crores, 74,000 crores extra. I think these replies should dispel the doubt about cess and surcharges. Sir, again, a very important point which was raised by Dr. Amar Singh. Data centers lack requirements for localization, employment and technology transfer. So giving them tax holidays is not good at all, is the observation of Dr. Amar Singh. I want to highlight, sir, the 26-27 budget has designed its tax holidays with structural conditionalities and complementary skilling initiatives to ensure domestic value creation happens. The tax holiday until 2047 is available only when the foreign cloud provider utilizes data center services located in India, meaning the physical infrastructure must be built and operated domestically. This guarantees that construction, operation, maintenance operations, and also the jobs largely stay local. And also all sales to Indian users must be routed through an Indian reseller entity, creating an entire ecosystem of Indian system integrators, managed service providers, and telecom partners who capture value and employment locally. So this is absolutely clear, and therefore this tax holiday is going to bring in investment, keep them here, create jobs here, and utilize data services here, and then also export. So it's not as if this is all for somebody from outside and nothing for us. Even the safe harbor rule given in the finance bill ensures genuine Indian operations. The 15% safe harbor margin on cost for resident Indian entities providing data center services to related foreign companies ensures that Indian operations are not hollow shells, but retain meaningful profit and build genuine technical capability. So this guarantees that Indian entities are adequately and compensated for real work performed by local professionals. So Dr. Amar Singh should remove that doubt from his mind. In fact, one more point that I would add, sir, $70 billion in data center already underway for investment, and India's cloud capacity projected to grow 4x or probably 5x by 2030. The sheer volume of construction, cooling infrastructure, power management, cyber security, and network operations demanded will generate lakhs of direct and indirect jobs in India. So I can't find Honorable Member Arun Nehru. Probably I don't need to respond to him, but I was shocked when he said GST rate decision. Because it's an important question on GST, sir, and for the benefit of the rest of the members also, I will say a few things. Because he says the GST cut was done in September 25, which was intended to create economic buoyancy and increase spending. It did not work as expected. I'm shocked at this observation, particularly coming from a member of parliament from Tamil Nadu, because retail passenger vehicle sales jumped 26.1, the highest ever sales for any February month since after the GST has come in. The Chennai Sriperumbudur Varagadam automobile corridor, stretching 60 kilometers through Kanchipuram and Tiruvallur districts, that is called the Detroit of Asia. By this increase in passenger vehicle sales, this region is going to benefit. And didn't the member realize that rural PV sales surged 34%, passenger vehicle sales surged 34%, and urban surged 21%. Second, he also said, sir, I continue my reply, two-wheeler sales rose 25% after September GST Council's decision. Again, Royal Enfield state-of-the-art manufacturing facility is at Varagadam, which is in Tamil Nadu. The jobs are going to be created there because of the increased demand. The motor companies which are in Hosur and Sriperumbudur are all earning, and they are doing overtime shifts for their workers. This is not going to be unnoticed. As its flagship company, sir, with 28 assembly lines capable of producing up to 4 million bikes a year, that's located in Tamil Nadu. And this has benefited them by the increase and surge in the demand as a result of GST reduction. Similarly, every Jupiter scooty, every Apache bike, and every classic 350 motorcycle which is sold is being bought across India's villages, and that comes from this honorable member's own state. Madurai, again, a production center for tractors, 36.4% increase in tractor purchases. I'm sure the member has just sort of uttered something on my face to say, oh no, nothing happened after GST. I wish he just goes back. And in fact, cement purchase has gone up. Cement production itself has gone up by 9.3%. And my team was surprised because, but they said, ma'am, Ariyalur is just next door to Honorable Member's Perambalur constituency. Just next to his constituency, cement production has gone up by 9.3%, and Sri Arun Nehruji didn't even know anything about it. And GST collections, ma'am, sir, in December 2025, 6.1% year-on-year increase, that is post the September reduction. January 2026, 6.2% year-on-year growth. February 2026, 8.1% growth year-on-year. And for the current year, 25-26, it's gone to 8.3% growth. So the facts are very different from what he has said, and therefore I would want the member to recognize. And I went further to see how much Tamil Nadu has got out of this GST growth. Sir, December 2025, 8% growth in Tamil Nadu's GST revenue. January 2026, 5% growth over after the correction in GST. February 2026, post-settlement of SGST for Tamil Nadu, the revenues have grown 18% year-on-year. Tamil Nadu GST has benefited them post the September reform GST 2.0. So the collection is going up, and the state has benefited by getting more because of the cut in the rate. So again, I'm sorry to concentrate on this one because it's very important to know that some of the allegations, some of the complaints are just sheer baseless. One of the accusations was the government introduced PLI, especially in electronics. The minister was here a few minutes ago to promote self-reliance. While the intent is good, the outcome needs examination, he says. I'm really surprised, sir. And he further added saying, we must invest in upstream manufacturing as well. Upstream manufacturing is what has happened in India along with other sides also. Again, in semiconductors and electronics, overnight changes cannot be brought in, sir. China took 25 years. South Korea took 20 years. Taiwan semiconductor ecosystem was built over 3 decades. And actually, the member said about upstream investment, 76,000 crore is committed for semiconductor sector. And I want to put it on record so that when the honorable member sees, he will understand. And if indeed PLI was not productive, it was only assembly, it didn't give jobs, it was just manually putting all things together and so on. So why didn't Tamil Nadu reject the PLI-based investments which came there? For instance, there are companies which went and registered and started manufacturing Tamil Nadu. And equally, when others went to other states, like when they went to Gujarat, Micron went to Gujarat, they started complaining, oh, it's going away to other states. करना है PLI के साथ, एक तरफ PLI के साथ, एक तरफ आपको दूसरी स्टेट में PLI के साथ साथ जब कंपनियां जाते हैं आप शिकायत करते हो, दूसरी तरफ आप बोलते हो PLI से कुछ नहीं होता है, सिर्फ असेंबली होता है, सिर्फ इससे जॉब्स नहीं क्रिएट होते हैं. फॉक्सकॉन गुजरात, माइक्रॉन जब गुजरात गए शिकायत था तमिलनाडु में, टाटास जब धोलेरा में गए शिकायत था तमिलनाडु में, फॉक्सकॉन एक्सपेंशन के लिए कर्नाटका में गया शिकायत था तमिलनाडु में. PLI से अगर फायदा नहीं है वो जहां भी जा रहे हैं आपको क्या आपत्ति है, मगर जब गुजरात गए तो आवाज, कर्नाटका गए तो आवाज, शिकायत के रूप में आवाज उठाने वाले तमिलनाडु मन बनाना चाहिए कि इससे फायदा है कि नहीं फायदा. इधर आकर एक शिकायत मगर उधर नहीं आया तो शिकायत, ऐसे नहीं चलेगा सर.
कर्नाटक में क्रेडिट लेते हैं, हमने दिया है.
हाँ, फिर सर PLI सिर्फ असेंबली, जैसे मैंने बताया, शिकायत एक और इधर आकर के PLI से कुछ फायदा नहीं है ऐसे करना राजनीतिक दृष्टि से करते हैं. विषय समझ में आते हैं उनको मगर फिर भी राजनीतिक. जैसे सर मैं इससे कनेक्टेड नहीं, मेंबर भी नहीं है मगर विषय में बोलना चाह रही हूँ. कल चर्चा हो रही है पार्लियामेंट्री अफेयर्स मिनिस्टर के साथ विमेन्स रिजर्वेशन बिल के ऊपर, क्या करना है, ऑल पार्टी रखना है या कुछ ऐसे चर्चा हो रही है. तमिलनाडु से तमिलनाडु चीफ मिनिस्टर इसको आपत्तिजनक बोला है एंड ही प्रोटेस्टेड दिस विमेन रिजर्वेशन बिल के खिलाफ. इट्स अनफॉर्चुनेट सर. This house, I'm so happy the new parliament started with reservation for women's reservation bill. And now when the discussion are happening, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, udhar se he says, no, I'm against it. Whereas these jobs for the PLI, now I'm linking PLI. The PLI related units give jobs largely to the women. Young girls from rural areas are coming, getting themselves trained and they're manufacturing. You don't want that PLI, which is favoring women. You don't want Mahila Reservation Bill, which is favoring women. मैं एक लाइन तमिल में कहना चाह रही हूँ सर, तिमुका पेन विरोधी. They are against women. Tamil Nadu is, DMK government is against women. You don't worry, you don't get up to support, ma'am. You cannot. The member said it here, that PLI is against it, and I will therefore reply. I like the India Alliance, which is fighting in one state against one another, standing up in unison here to defend their DMK. What a shame. What a shame. You should go in. No. I will say it. I kept saying, if he wanted a reply, he should have been here. No way. I'll sit, sir, with your permission, I'll sit down, but I will like to reply to each one of these members who are now standing to defend. And I'll say why. Each time when I reply, DMK members don't sit here. This is not the first time. ये पहले बार नहीं है. இது முதல் தடவையா நடக்கல. தமிழ்நாட்டு விஷயத்தை நான் இங்க பேசினா தமிழர்களுக்கு அதுக்கு பதில் சொன்னா திராவிட முன்னேற்ற கழக மெம்பர்ஸ் இங்க இருக்கிறது இல்ல, ஓடி போயிடுறாங்க. So is with TMC. So with TMC. Trinamool Congress never sits here for my reply. In fact, yesterday a senior member, Saugata Rai, said she will snap at me. Reply is snapping? I take objection to the word he used. His reply giving a snapping at a member, senior member, so I keep quiet. No way. When people raise issues in this house, they will have to be here for reply, and if they are not here, don't give me lessons on etiquette saying he is not here, don't give reply. Why will I not? You give false allegations against us. क्यों सर? इतना क्यों? कांग्रेस वाले भी बैठते नहीं है. आज अचानक मैं देख रही हूँ 10-15 लोग जवाब देने के समय नहीं रहते.
धर्मेंद्र यादव जी आप बैठिएगा प्लीज सुधा आप बैठिएगा. आपकी बात चर्चा नहीं हुई, आप बैठिए.
सबके लिए खड़े हो रही है सुप्रिया सुले.
वास्तव सुनने का साहस रखो आप लोग. सुप्रिया को आप बोलो, मैडम सुप्रिया को बोलो मुंबई में
Honorable Minister, you may continue. Please sit down. No, please sit down. We heard you. No, please sit down. No, please sit down.
Sir, I fully appreciate Honorable Member Supriya Sule, sir, who defends all our comrades and alliance partners. But here, she comes here, but in Mumbai, कुश्ती हो रही है. इधर आकर के नूरा कुश्ती और सपोर्ट. इधर दोस्ती, उधर कुश्ती. What? Oh, really? So,
Okay.
No, you fought against the Congress party.
no, you fought against the Congress. Haven't you fought against the Congress? Sir, I'll go on, sir. So,
please continue.
Sir, therefore,
Ma'am, you please sit down.
sir,
No.
so I'll come to the specific points
मैडम ने नाम लिया है
which,
और वो खड़े होके बोल दिए भी, हो गया है.
so I'm coming to the point, sir. The scale of action matches the scale of the problem. Amount locked in litigation. Sir, amount locked in litigation is enormous. Additionally, 27% of all central government litigation is from the finance department, is one of the observation made by honorable members. I just want to highlight the fact, sir, that the new Income Tax Act 2025 will prove to be helpful in this regard, because this comes to effect from 1st April 2026. The Act simplifies languages, reduces forms, and is designed so that the average taxpayer can understand their obligations, and without professional help, they can themselves do it. So the monetary threshold for filing appeals have also seen some enhancement. So the monetary limit for filing appeal to the ITAT, High Court, and the Supreme Court have all been increased. Income Tax Appellate Tribunal earlier had monetary limit of 50 lakh. The present monetary limit is 60 lakh. High Court, earlier it was 1 crore, and now High Court has 2 crores. So we've enhanced the limit. Supreme Court had earlier 2 crores, and now it's 5 crores. Sir, expansion of updated return framework will also help the assessees. Time limit for filing updated return increased to 48 months. Updated return via the Finance Bill 2026 has been allowed even after initiation of reassessment proceedings. And then Finance Bill also has said updated return has been allowed for reducing the loss in the updated return which was filed earlier. They can correct it. Sir, increase in the limit of disputed demand of cases which can be disposed of by the JCIT appeals has also been increased from 10 lakh to 25 lakhs. So with these kind of changes which are brought through this Finance Act, we are making it easier and greater ease of doing business for businesses and also for taxpayers. Sir, now that Honorable Senior Member Saugata Roy is talking, sir, he said increasing capital expenditure without distributive justice is unfair. I want to just say, sir, if distributive justice is really the concern of the senior member, I would like to ask him as to why the TMC is acting in vengeance and making poorest of the poor suffer. Pradhan Mantri Cha Shramik Protsahan Yojana was introduced in 21-22 for better schools among chai workers, tea garden workers, better school, better healthcare, better housing for the poorest and the most vulnerable sections. Assam government, which also has chai bagan, introduced it, and 293 crores have been spent on those chai bagan workers. More than 7 lakh chai shramiks from 800 tea gardens across 18 districts of Assam have benefited. But in West Bengal, 3.7 lakh chai baganer shramiker sate onyay karoche TMC. Onyay karoche TMC. They have not introduced it. Not only not introduced it, the state level committee, which was supposed to have been formed before 5 years, have not been formed. Zero implementation. 3.79 lakh tea garden workers have been denied a benefit. Distributive justice is concerning them. एकदम गरीबी में रहने वाले चाय बागान श्रमिकों को आपने जस्टिस दिलाया नहीं है. जब भी पैसा तैयार था, क्यों उसको उपयोग नहीं करा? मैं रिपीट करती हूं इस लाइन को. टीएमसी ने 3.7 लाख चाय बागानेर श्रमिकेर साथे अन्याय करोचे. You didn't introduce it. Sir, they didn't even form the committee which had to select the chai bagan workers. Sir, further, sir, PM Kisan, which is given for all the small farmers, was blocked for 2 years in Bengal. Distributive justice. Ayushman Bharat was blocked for 1.5 crore Bengali families. They may be even working somewhere else. They couldn't get the benefit of Ayushman Bharat because you denied health for them. Now, is that distributive justice? Another, I told you about the Chai Shramik Yojana. So with all this, you are politically, because you want to do vengeance, you are hitting at the poorest of the poor. फिर you come here and say, एकदम गरीब को डिनाई करके इधर आकर के डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिव जस्टिस के ऊपर हमारे लिए पाठ पढ़ा रही हो, वो क्या है? Sir, India Alliance, sir, since today there is a great camaraderie in this house. India Alliance parties, Communist, which is an alliance party, broke the spine of Bengal. It was an industrial hub. Communists, like the way in Kerala they have these no kukuli business, in Bengal also they did all the kind of strangling of businesses, entrepreneurs, that communists broke its spine. Now TMC came to power and the spine which was broken stayed broken. They did not help industry to come to Bengal. They, on the other hand, syndicates were operating in Bengal. And syndicates were the ones which made it difficult for people even to buy cement from somebody to build a room or to repair their houses. So they are giving lectures to us on distributive justice. Their distributive justice had one filter. Are they my party card holders? Are they my party members? Then I'll give everything to them. Chai Bagan workers are nobody's party workers. So they don't get it. They are talking about distributive justice. I'm sorry, I'm ashamed to hear it. Sir, Manish Tiwari ji, Honorable Member Manish Tiwari ji raised some questions about
धर्मेंद्र यादव जी आप बैठिएगा नहीं आप बैठिएगा मैं आपका नाम नहीं लिया बैठिएगा ओके मैडम
Sir, Honorable Member Manish Tiwari sir raised some issues about the total debt and liability situation. Sir, debt in nominal terms, to speak of debt in nominal terms without a correlation with the GDP will make no sense. So, India's nominal GDP, sir, rose from 113 lakh crores to 345 lakh crores. And debt, which Manish Tiwari ji is saying, that it has risen from 56.51 lakh crores in 13-14 to 214.8 lakh crores in 25-26. But he should take into cognizance that the GDP, the nominal GDP, has also seen such growth. 113 lakh crores has gone up to 345 lakh crores, the GDP. So debt will have to be spoken after you take into cognizance the GDP growth also. Standalone debate on debt alone doesn't make difference. Sir, then the government has actually laid a clear glide path to bring down debt to GDP to 50 plus or minus 1% by 2030-31. That's stated in the last budget. We've openly stated and given a number as well. So Honorable Manish Tiwari ji should take that into cognizance. Central government alone, again, when you're talking of debt, central government alone cannot be responsible for debt. Actually speaking, the center-state debt of 84.2% of GDP is also because the states are also coming into the picture of debt. Center cannot completely, we do sort of overlook we have oversight on them and tell them not to go on borrowing beyond their FRBM. But center alone cannot completely control state borrowing. So, I would think Manish Tiwari ji should also spend some time with his chief ministers in Himachal Pradesh, with his state Punjab, and also Congress government in Karnataka. If concerns on debt to GDP, he didn't say the GDP, but I'm saying concern of debt to GDP is an issue, and I agree all of us will have to work on it. Manish Tiwari ji should spend some more time with Karnataka and Himachal Pradesh and help them to bring their debt down also. Sir, fiscal deficit. Thank you. The chair will tell me about it. The chair will tell any member to wind up whenever he chooses. And I don't think he needs a prompt. You're a senior. Yeah, you don't worry about it. You don't worry about it. You're a senior member. You've seen better things in the House, right? Thank you, sir. So the fiscal deficit has also come down, sir. 2020-21, even with COVID, 9.3% was the fiscal deficit. It had gone up to 9.3. From there, we brought it down to 4.3, the BE projection for 26-27. one stretch from 2021, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, steady, not one day, 1 year, did we violate the glide path which was given in this House. We have completely abided by it, and that's why we've reached 4.3%. Sir, global comparison is also important. I would say that because it's necessary for all of us to understand. Since 2008, the world's debt has increased. The overall debt burden has increased 41%. China's debt exploded 139%. India has actually reduced its total debt burden by 4% of the GDP. दुनिया भर के देशों ने और डेट के सिचुएशन में चली जा रहे हैं, सिर्फ हम एक देश है जहां डेट को हम रिड्यूस करके दिखा रहे हैं. The US debt to GDP stands at 124%, China at 88%, Japan at over 250%. India's combined figure, the debt to GDP combined figure is 83% approximately. It is lower than most major economies and is on a declining path, and that too after COVID. And that too after COVID, sir.
ये नई थ्योरी होगी सवाल.
सर, बहुत बढ़िया.
आपको परमिशन
बैठिए दीपेंद्र हुडा जी, मैं बताती हूँ. छोटा सा फाइनेंशियल, ग्लोबल फाइनेंशियल क्राइसिस के समय यूपीए गवर्नमेंट ने सरकार was shaken up. Global crisis COVID के समय we have retained a sense of calm and given free vaccine to all the citizens, but still that fiscal deficit of 9.3 has been brought down. They couldn't withstand Sirf a global financial crisis which had limited impact on Indian economy. We managed even during COVID. So हुडा जी, आपके कंसर्न थोड़ा आपके समय का इकोनॉमी के समझ करके फ्रजाइल 5 सिचुएशन को ले आकर के छोड़ कर गए, डबल बैलेंस शीट, ट्विन बैलेंस शीट प्रॉब्लम छोड़ कर गए, और बैंकों के हालात इतना गंभीर हालत में छोड़ कर गए. आज खड़े होकर बात कर रहे हो आप, जब हमारे बैंक का हालात ठीक है, जब आपका उस समय का इकोनॉमी, सर 22 months continuously, 20, आप सुनिए भैया, 22 months continuously without disruption, double digit inflation, that's their record. बात कर रहे हैं आज इधर. और ये भी मैं बताना चाहती हूँ सर, क्योंकि उनको लगता है उनके समय पर इकोनॉमी बहुत अच्छा किया और उनके रेट ऑफ ग्रोथ बहुत बढ़िया था. उनका रेट ऑफ ग्रोथ एक्चुअली जो भी था डेट के वजह से, उनको ये बात मैं रिकॉर्ड पर स्पष्ट बोलना चाह रही हूँ. Actual fiscal deficit for 2008-9 would have been 7.9%, मगर वो बुक को व्हाइट वॉश करके उनके पूरे ऋण को ऑयल मार्केटिंग कंपनी के बुक्स के ऊपर डाल करके 6.1% दिखाया. गलत दिखाए. Actually it was 7.9 fiscal deficit, क्योंकि पूरे उनके पैसा जो उठाए मार्केट से उसको ऑयल मार्केटिंग कंपनीज के बुक्स में डाल दिया और उनके फिस्कल डेफिसिट को ठीक तक रखने के लिए. ये गलत काम हम नहीं करते, और आज तक माननीय मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में हमारी सरकार उस ऑयल मार्केटिंग बॉन्ड्स को ब्याज के सहित हम फुलफिल कर रहे हैं. दे एंजॉय पुटिंग द बर्डन इंटरजेनरेशनली एंड वी आर बेयरिंग द कॉस्ट ऑफ द लोन. सर, मैं बात करना चाहती हूं उसमें टोटल आउटस्टैंडिंग डेट
सुनिए
1.34 लाख करोड़. हम हम इनहेरिट किए उनके ऑयल मार्केटिंग बॉन्ड्स के साथ। 2014 से लेकर 2024 तक हमारे गवर्नमेंट 1.43 लाख करोड़ रिटर्न किया, including 44,650 crores in principal was paid and total principal and interest was paid by us. इसीलिए हमारे रिकॉर्ड में उतना पैसा कम पड़ रही है, डेवलपमेंटल एक्टिविटीज, हॉस्पिटल, स्कूल्स के लिए कम पड़ रही है। पैसा कहाँ गया? इनके लोन को रीपे करने के लिए गए, और इनके फिस्कल डेफिसिट के ऊपर हमारे ऊपर लेक्चर दे रहे हैं। उनके समय के फिस्कल डेफिसिट इतना खराब रखने के बाद। सो सर, मैं और ज्यादा टाइम ना लेते हुए, I'm very grateful that you have given me this time, sir, to reply and also to respond on the finance bill of this year. I would request the House to kindly pass it.
प्रश्न ये है कि विधेयक के विचार किए जाए। जो सदस्य इसके प्रश्न पक्ष में है वो